This is Peggy Childers. My real name is Margaret Ann Windsor. I'm the monarch of Great Britain, the legal one of the British. I want to continue on this, the kidnapping of me and taking me to Alabama in 1941 and give me the name of a twin. When I found out, and I found out because the British told me in 83, my kidnapping, who I am, I started pursuing the best I could. I couldn't get jobs anymore. I couldn't get a place to live. You can't imagine. Up and down the side of the road begging. Seriously, falling down, and then you call crazy. This is a letter to Richard Proctor in Moulton, Alabama. On July I believe it's the 9th of '01, and this is back during the Twin Towers. So twins has to do in a lot of the patterns and stuff. When I contacted his office, he wrote back, and I really think we called him Rip Proctor. He was younger than me in school, but I remember him. I think he's probably a pretty decent fellow. His grandfather, Dr. Irwin, delivered the twins, Peggy and Carl Dempsey, and the name I was given was Peggy when they stole mine and my identity. They were delivered by his grandfather, was the doctor there back then. And when I got the British, by the way, suggested that I get copies of the birth certificates of the twins. They're both dead. Were dead when they brought me there. The mother had killed them. My point is, I got the birth certificates. The birth dates that were given me, and I grew up going to school, were simply marked through by the state of Alabama, which it states is illegal to do. You can't do it. It's a state document. They changed the dates of birth. You can see it plainly. They marked through on one, and they even changed Carl, his death. They did have a death certificate for him. They even changed it totally, because I had seen I'd been told when he growing up, because they never thought I was going to live through it. My point here is nobody touches it. They refer it to the FBI. Seriously, I've what is the he was the district attorney there, Huntsville, Osborne. Okay, back at the same time, 2001. And by the way, they do odd things. Moulton's always had a post office box. Yes, the letter from both of these, the district attorney and the probate judge, Proctor, were postmarked in Huntsville, as you can just see. Well, I'm showing my bedroom, I guess, here, what there is of it. But anyway, it's the date on it, and why would they send it to Huntsville, Alabama, to be postmarked? When I would call back, I'd get the transfer to one, so I'd never get to anybody to help me. I got a letter back from Osborne, and he referred me to the sheriff's department. What a joke. I go to them, they refer me to the dispatch, and she tells me that the FBI handled kidnapping, and I should go back to London to file a claim. I'm a hostage. I can't get away from here. How crazy, if you can understand what they have all done to me. They've passed the buck. They're cowards. There's nothing to say, but they're cowards. Okay, I said that. So where was I going from here? I was going to send a letter, show you a letter, and I don't think I have it. It's got Louis Gale here. Louis Gale is a huge hospital corporation. As part of Hospital Corporation of America, or at least it was. And by the way, there was a senator who was taken down some years back, who they actually own Hospital Corporation of America. Huge place. You're talking about people that want to kill you to cover up. They are the ones that are on West Paces Ferry Hospital, and this is just one incident when they put antifreeze in me on April the 1st of '80. When I went for a tox screen, the whole thing was like a nightmare. You can't imagine. I can't sue these people. And here I am up here in Roanoke, and I go to, you have no idea what's been done to me here. Oh, you don't. Um, Credibility, oh my God. The United States would have none because it would show the truth and who they are. If I don't die first, and they've sure done a good job of making me miserable in my life hell. I can't get an attorney, so now then I have to go to Lewis, Gale, and Carillion. Um, Lewis Gale, I pay my doctor, I've paid my bills. When I didn't have a job, I stayed up on the trail, which I was meant to do. The whole thing was meant to happen with me being here and all of it. When I try to leave, I'm run back here. Oh, I can't walk anymore. I'm in pain. I'm living in Quality Inn airport, and I've been gassed. They have moved me up and down here, room to room, and it makes me look bad, like they're doing me a favor. You should see my legs where the veins are broken. And I want to get this in quick. My lungs, I've got pain. I can't move my legs. It makes inflammation and makes my immune system attack itself. The only thing wrong with me was the harassment and hell this country has done. And I'll say this, I was chemical sensitive. None of the mental crazy, none of it was true. It was all made up and induced to look like. Now, so that I'm not going to lose it before this tape's over, this is just one of the other places I lived, and it uses Section 8, low-rent housing. Was a black minister Moore from Washington, North Carolina. He owns a whole slew of these retirement elderly. I'm going to use example in Bedford next door, right up next to the War Memorial. They don't mention anything about me. They just gloat over Great Britain as their ally and blah, 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 which they're a hostage. And I lived there. They came in there and they gassed me there. I mean, you can't believe what happened there. But my next door neighbor there, I don't know who she was really. She said, you know, what they're using is causing your vascular system and your veins to break. And she's right. I had none of the veins breaking that can cause strokes and you name it. The veins in my legs are like horrifying. Then the maintenance. The maintenance are the ones can walk into your room or housekeeping and do anything. And the point, you should see what was, you'd think I was the most horrible person. These people all lied because they're afraid of it. There was a SEAL. He retired from the SEALs. They even wrote up an article there at Joseph's Dream, was the name of it, on Joseph's Way in Bedford. And Brenda Ellis was the manager. She may still be. I wonder if you ever got all these people before court of law for and charged them with perjury if they'd tell the truth. But they brought this gentleman in, a retired Navy SEAL, and this was after the fact, so I don't know. He could have stopped the stuff. He didn't. But in other words, you think he's a nice guy, and I'm getting moved out, and I'm just this crazy walking around, and so it's the laws that they've broken, and now then I can't even get a Section 8 house, and they've got me where I can get nothing. You do a background check, which they did when I tried to get into another one in Christiansburg. This is where the Virginia Tech mind control shootings took place. And they refused to even give me a reason why that I couldn't get in Section 8. I'm begging. This is a monarch. Begging for a place to live, air to breathe. And you got Obama over in Sweden today talking about charging Syria with gas and crimes, and when it's the United States that should be there.